What do we say?
It's Rachelsey at the movies! Yes! Rachel.
Awesome!
It's all. What? Everything is awesome! When you're with Rachel.
So we saw
Lee,
Lego
Rachel
Movie
Lee.
2, the second part, whatever that means. Because this was the second in
It's a
the
play on words.
sequel, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't the second part of any other thing, right?
Right, but it was like.
It wasn't like Lego
parts.
Movie 2 and the second part of Lego Movie 2. It was the first part of Lego
But it was Lego Movie 2, the second part, which is like a second title for the.
Yeah.
So it's the second part of the Lego story. And although technically it's the third part because of the Batman Lego movie. Anyway, it's complicated. Anyway, that's the show.
We saw that movie. We took our niece Natalie. It was opening night.
It was not a lot of people there, and
we were surprised. Opening night. It was Thursday, so it wasn't Friday, which is like your typical, I guess, opening night.
So the person to the left of us, which we did not know, was the happiest person to be at the Lego movie. This is an adult person.
I mean,
and just like
they thought it was
like everything was just hilarious to the max, and I respected the crap out of that. You know, at first I was like, I hate this. But I was like, no, that's awesome to be happy, joyous, and free and just loving your life and watching this funny movie that you like and just like be in it, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So kudos to you. I know you're probably a like, comment, and subscriber. So hello.
So, Kelsey, go wait or skip.
Go. I'm going to say. I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm going to say wait to see this movie. Because by now, this is probably the third Lego movie you've seen. And it may be the fourth because of the Ninjago, which we didn't see.
Ninjago.
Ninjago. But there's nothing in this movie that wasn't done in a better way in the first Lego movie and or the Lego Batman movie, which I found both to be outstanding.
I also say wait. Thought it was a good kids movie. But it was, you know, a little slow for me. And yeah, like I felt like all the newness of that was with the first Lego movie was, you know, obviously it's gone, but they weren't able to like continue any of that. And I kind of was just left like, why are we making this movie? Like it didn't seem to have a point to me.
I liked it more, I think, than you did.
Right.
But I just don't, it's not quite a movie I'm going to tell you to rush out to see.
Spoilers!
Spoilers! I did not expect everyone in the movie to die. Okay. That was crazy, especially how horrifically. It was like Toy Story 3, the end of Toy Story 3 sadness level meets like a horror classic. Yeah, or The Punisher, which is like grisly murders.
No. I must have been really tired. It was Thursday, right? So when I got up Friday, I was not feeling too well. So then maybe I was a little bit under the weather. Anyway, I was pretty sleepy. And the movie seemed so slow to me that it was really hard for me to stay awake. And it wasn't until a specific point in the movie where all of a sudden it seemed like, oh, there is a point. And then I was like awake for the rest of the movie.
I remember looking over there and seeing you in full curmudgeon. And I was like, oh, she's in full curmudgeon mode. I didn't quite have the same experience. I thought the movie at the beginning was fun. And then right after that, I felt like it was a little slow in getting going. And then I noticed throughout the movie, I was like, how long is this movie? Like it seemed to kind of drag at times. But I still found it entertaining, and there were some funny parts. But again, the humor from it was the same humor as the first one.
Yeah, so like the movie opens
so it's like
with
the same kinds of jokes about
Wild
the Sistar
Style with like being
region.
brooding, and then Emmet being like optimistic and happy all the time. But then it's like, I get that's still going to be in the movie, but then I felt like they really drug it out because they didn't have anything else to do.
Yeah, I feel like the idea was good. Like, that it was like if you're playing with Legos and your little sister wants to play, and how it's like two different people trying to play different ways, and how it just wreaks havoc. Essentially, like it was a good idea, but the execution of the idea was not near as sound as what they did in the first movie.
Yeah, and then in the first movie, you kind of had that like surprise at the end, right? Where you go in and it's real life, and the boy and the dad and that whole moment. Now coming into the second part here, you already know that. And so the movie itself actually goes back and forth between real life and the Lego movie a lot. Like a lot more than in the first one.
I didn't really like that. Well, it's almost as if the whole reason these movies exist is to sell toys. this idea exists throughout our culture, all over the place, even to the level of content marketing. That's basically what a Lego movie is content marketing. You're creating this content, and this is entertainment content, so you want people to find this entertainment valuable, and the first movie was, and several movies have been. But the idea behind them creating it is that they want their brand to be in your mind when you purchase toys.
Well, I know that Lego does, but like, it's not like they're the movie maker that wrote it and everything. I feel like the first Lego movie had somebody with a really creative, like, original idea, and they did an excellent job. All the people involved in bringing it to the big screen, and I would like to separate that from like this idea of just marketing.
What I'm saying is the story I make up, and that's what you're doing is making up a story. I'm making a story up that the Lego company was like, hey, this would be a really great thing for us to do. Let's go hire creative and talented people to do this thing, and that's what they did. Kind of like, and this is not new.
For all I know, somebody else had the original idea.
George Lucas,
asked Lego to license.
George Lucas created characters in Star Wars specifically so they could sell toys. And so the Transformer, like there's all these vehicles for movies that really are designed to sell products in my mind. That being said, I enjoyed watching the movie, and I'm glad, like, I wouldn't skip the movie. I was glad I went to see it at the movie theater, but it's because I go to the movies all the time, because I'm half of Rachelsey at the movies.
My big pet peeve with the movie was that in this movie, we got to meet the mom of the two children, the wife of the dad. For in the first one, you had this really great, like, character arc with the dad, right?
Yeah.
And his son. And then in this one, the dad was pretty much just like
he wasn't ever in the movie.
Character.
You never
he
saw
wasn't in it, and they made him out to be like a buffoon. So like when he was brought up either in the Lego like universe or in real life, he was like, "Bye, I'm gonna go golfing." If there was any kind of conflict in the family, or like at the end of the movie, the mom like goes and sees the kids like playing, and she has this nice moment observing her own children, and then the dad in the background's like, "Honey, where's my pants?" And like, you know, if it was supposed to reflect back to Where's My Pants in the first Lego movie, the TV show or whatever, like, I get that, but they just made him out to be, I was like, what happened to the dad in the first one? Like, I just didn't care for that.
Okay, yeah.
And now we can cut and give you our nieces our point of view on the movie.
Yeah, and both of us were able to have what I consider to be pretty good conversations with Natalie. I feel like both of us went about it a different way, and that you brought out some good points, but that when I connected with Natalie, it was more of a visceral reaction to the movie, and I really just hope you guys enjoy it.
Hey Nat, we went and saw Lego Movie 2, the second part, and what were your thoughts on the movie? What'd you think overall? Would you tell people to go see the movie, wait to see it, or skip it?
Wait to see it.
Wait to see it. Why do you say wait?
Well, it wasn't my favorite movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch Bumblebee again.
You said it was a little slow, you thought?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But there were some parts that you did like. You liked Batman.
Singing.
Singing?
That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. Batman's probably like the best character in the... I mean, I don't know. I guess... What's-her-face and Emmet are pretty good too.
Yeah. Lucy. Yeah, I don't remember the guy's name.
Emmet.
Emmet.
You know, Nat, I have absolutely no idea what Rachel already asked you. So instead, I thought we would just sing some of the songs we heard.
Yeah.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything is awesome when you're living. Okay, what's the other one though? It's like, everything's not awesome. Everything's not awesome all of the time. Something about unrealistic expectations. And then, this song's gonna get in your head. This song's gonna get in your head. This is not how the song went, but it's gonna get in your head.
It went like, this song is
this song is a robot. This song is a robot. It's not in the movie. What else do we hear? Darkness.
Bumblebee's better.
Bumblebee's back. Bumblebee's better than Lego Movie 2?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably, like, technically better. But, like, I don't say it's, like, a gap or anything. The problem with the Lego second movie, I think, is that, Like it couldn't be the first movie because it already happened. You know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
It was confusing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's unpack a little bit. Why was it confusing?
I did not.
Do you think it's because you had to leave the theater at least 3 times? Go to the bathroom.
And then I was staring at like 5 feet away poster of Cole Sprouse in it.
Yeah,
I have to go see that movie.
Yeah, I came out the first time and I was like, what are you doing over
I
there?
was like, I'm just looking at a poster.
She was like, I think that's...
Cole Sprouse.
Anybody, everybody's been there. So
I was like, that man.
And finally, Natalie, did you know that you're at least, I think, probably a quarter German? And do you know the easiest way to tell? Is if you count, if you're like 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9! 9! If you say 9, then you're part German.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, so you're...
Okay, yeah, I see it.
That's the end of the show. Live from Leia Dog headquarters! It's Leia.
Okay, what was that about?
Just the kidless aunts and uncles living sad lives at new movies for children. What?
I mean, it wasn't that sad because there's like not very many people there.
Although, yeah, because I'm half a Rachelsey at the movies. I'm Rachelsey.
No,
didn't really like
not the R.
But I can say at the movies. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, this is.
Cut that out.